How's it going, people? Neil here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the LEGO Bionicle Tahu Master of Fire figure. This figure comes from the short-lived return of Bionicle that lasted from 2015 to 2016. It was the first version of Tahu released prior to the Uniter of Fire figure. I may be a big Bionicle fan, but when it comes to the second generation, I'm pretty out of the loop. To my understanding, G2 wasn't very well regarded by fans. There's a reason it lasted under 2 years, but I had never bought a figure from that line, so I thought I would check it out. So let's just pretend I didn't already build this guy and put him together. Alright, so here we are with G2 Tahu, and I'll have to admit, much to my surprise, I absolutely love this toy. He's not perfect, he's got a few flaws that I'll go over in a bit, but this here is a toy that's a lot of fun. To start off, this figure is a lot more complex than I initially thought it would be, and that's a good thing. His design may be more simplistic when compared to the original toys, but he has a build closer to a Titan figure than a traditional Toa of the first generation. There's a lot of changes made to the figure that allows for easier customization. The arms, legs, and chest all have these ball joints that allow the armor to snap on and off easily, so if you want to make your own Toa from this build, you very well could. I also really love this guy's color scheme. He's easily the best looking of the Toa in the 2015 line, but the red and gold really complement each other. It just looks really nice. However, the decals on his chest are new to me. I honestly don't really understand this design or what it's supposed to be. I'd honestly just be fine if there were no decals here, but it's whatever. One of the coolest aspects of this line, and a major improvement upon past Bionicles, is thanks to the gear on his back, he is now able to swing both of his arms while still allowing you to position them however you want. This gimmick is a lot of fun, although I do feel at times the arms tend to slide out of their sockets. Collectors probably won't have a problem with this, but for kids who are more rough with their toys, I could see this being an issue. The armor can also cause the figure to feel clunky at times. I actually really love how bulky it makes him look, but you may not get the same freedom of movement you got with some of the later G1 Bionicles. Not that it really bugs me, as these are still very well articulated figures, and their ball joints result in a lot of fun posability. As far as accessories, Tahu's loaded with them. His most notable one being his flame swords. These things are huge and remind me of the fire greatswords wielded by Toa Khan in the original. And what makes these swords even better is, just like Tahu Nuva, you can connect them, forming a lava surfboard. And just when you think this figure couldn't get any better, you can actually remove the two golden swords hanging from his back and place them in his hands. That way he can surf and slice and dice at the same time. Tahu also comes with 3 different masks that I will show off. One is just a golden version of his Kanoe Hao, if G2 still called it that, and the other is this skull spider. What's super cool about this spider is you can either have it act as an enemy or attach it to his face, like so, which I assume would turn him evil, much like the Krana used by the Borak. One of the stranger aspects of this figure that I don't really much care for is that the mask is kind of loose. The reason for this is so you can easily pop it off, like so, but it's such an odd feature, and I honestly prefer the peg mask used on the originals, mainly because they just felt a lot sturdier overall. But as you can see, LEGO really outdid themselves in terms of accessories, especially considering the $20 price point. Now on to articulation, and just to make things easier, I'll just show you. And for size comparisons, here he is standing next to some of my other Bionicles from the past. Overall, I really love this figure. Even with some of its flaws, there's just something about it that screams toy to me. There's so many fun gimmicks and accessories. Even as an adult, I've been highly entertained by him. Just switching up poses and stuff is a lot of fun. Initially, this figure sold for $19.99, which really was a steal. A brand new one now is going to cost you a fortune, but you can get a used one from Bricklink for around $30 to $40. I got super lucky and was able to buy him for about $14, so always keep your eyes out for any deals. Thank you to everyone who watched. I am happy to add this toy to my collection, and I hope to see you all again sometime soon. Goodbye.